you never got too much money now. Let's not be crazy here.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Never got too much money. Now I forgot to put in my my freaking plugs, but they'll be running across the bottom. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually change it when you say it.
Okay. I forgot to put it on my.
I rotate them, but if you're talking about it, I'll change it.
Okay, I just forgot to put it on my card.
No problem. Alrighty. 10 seconds.
Well, let's turn this off.
All right, have a great show, girl.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's your favorite podcaster, the messy podcaster, Miss Red. Miss Red, otherwise known as, well, look, I got my shades on. Peep the shades. Peep the shades, right? I'm giving you some profile views. But my intro. It's your girl, Miss Red, a.k.a. the Red Barbie, a.k.a. the 6 foot stallion. I'm sitting down. Let me tell you why I'm the 6 foot stallion. Boop. Boop. Oh, right. 6 foot stallion. That's without heels. So, you know. Getting ready to give you some news. I hope you guys had a great week. I did. I had a phenomenal week. Well, let me stop lying. It wasn't that great, but it was blessed. It was blessed. It's, you know, when you're blessed, it's not worth stressing or anything. Thank God for another year of life, blessings, a year of living, right? But I am here to give you all the most important thing you could ever want for the week. Hey, my favorite pretty friend, Craig. There you must be putting your stuff all up in the screen. I'm just showing how tall I am, Craig. What? What am I going to do? I'm just trying to show how tall I was. That's all I was doing. Craig. Okay. So, I'm going to keep my shades on today because I think Craig going to give me a hard time today. I need to be keeping on my shades so I can keep the shade away. Alright, so, what is before we get started today, I'm going to make sure I keep doing my doggone plugs because maybe I'm not saying it enough. Okay? First of all, show some love and support by hitting the Cash App. No amount is too small at all, y'all. I'm grateful for anything. $ Miss Red 2Ds Podcast 1. Come on, y'all. Y'all want me to give you better content? I need to get out the slums, right? I'm in the slums over here. I need to do better. So hit me up. All right. So, but y'all know the first thing we got to deal with is what the fuck? Let go.
Cases of HIV and other sexually transmitted infections are on the rise in our area and rising faster than anywhere else in Texas. Tonight, Matt Doherty looks at which parts of the city are seeing the highest rates of new cases. He joins us live tonight in West Houston. Matt?
And the city shows the rates of new cases are rising across the board, even among some diseases you may have thought were long gone.
HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all of those. So it's a big issue we have here in our community.
Cases of HIV and other sexually transmitted
I need my spray.
are on the rise in our area and rising faster than anywhere else in Texas. Tonight, Matt Doherty looks at which parts of the city are seeing the highest rates of new cases. He joins us live tonight in West Houston. Matt?
Ooh, child. Woo.
The study shows the rates of new cases are rising across the board, even among some diseases you may have thought were long gone.
HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all of those. So it's a big issue we have here in our community.
Cases of HIV and other sexually transmitted infections are on the rise in our area and rising faster than anywhere else in Texas.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Woo! Lord. Hold on. Look. You would think it's the first time I've seen that. I got it together. I write my own shows. But that right there? That right there? Oh, God. I feel dirty. Oh, God. First of all, ooh. So y'all be talking about, I'm finna get this hole. I'm finna get that hole. I'm finna get this ninja. Forget this ninja. Round dogging all these people. Having all these kids from all these people. Kids is the least of y'all concern. You better hope the only thing that's positive is your test for pregnancy. Because that right there, whatever that man was doing with his face, please don't ever let it find me. Please. I mean, the thought of that right there, what is going on? And that's just in Texas. You know what I'm saying? That's just in Texas. But I have more coming with that. But that's just in Texas. So, again, I have to give you some shock value. What the fuck? That shocked me, y'all. I'm not easily squeamish. I'm not easily shocked. But some things, I'm just like, if it requires me to do this, oh, God. I know it's bad. So, again, if you're out here willing and dealing, and, you know, even if you married, people out here, you know, this is a website out here talking about people who are married, got high numbers of everything because they spouses out here messing with everybody. So, that's why my last episode of my podcast, episode 8, was talking about our committable marriages, even thing of the past. Can people be faithful anymore? That guy, who has he been talking to? Whew. All right, so now on to the first topic. I kind of like the shades on today because they're like see-through. What do you guys think? Shades? No shades? Oh, take them off. They're cute. Okay, so.
So Diddy was honored with this year's Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2022 BET Awards in Los Angeles, California on Sunday night, June 26th. After being introduced by surprise guest Kanye West, who called the Bad Boy Boss his favorite artist, Puff raised the mic and delivered an expectantly spirited acceptance speech. The 52-year-old mogul was full of gratitude to those who helped him along the way, from former collaborators, the late notorious B.I.G., and inspirations Heavy D, Bobby Brown, to his alma mater, Howard University, and God himself. Diddy also gave a special shout-out to the women in his life, including his mother, Janice Combs, his late ex-wife and mother of 3 of his children, Kim Porter, and his former longtime partner, Cassie, who he thanked for holding me down in the dark times. Although Diddy made it clear during the speech he wanted to thank every single person, even if I didn't say your name, some viewers couldn't help but notice he didn't name drop his rumored current boo, Young Miami, who cheered Puffy on by holding up a Go Poppy sign in the audience. That man thanked every woman in his life, including Cassie, holding up the Go Poppy sign. Love and Hip Hop Miami star Jessie Boo tweeted. Making the moment even more awkward, a video circulated online showing Miami's City Girls partner in rhyme, JT, suddenly nudging her to sit down and put the sign away. Young Miami didn't seem too bothered by the apparent snub, though. Girl, please, she wrote in response to Boo's tweet. In fact, she doubled down on her Diddy support by tweeting, Go Poppy, along with a red love heart emoji. Rumors of a Diddy and Young Miami romance have been swirling ever since the pair stepped out together holding hands at Quality Control CEO Pierre P. Thomas's birthday party last June. While the City Girl star has remained coy about their relationship, it's clear she's highly protective of her man, as OnlyFans model Gina discovered last month after posting a photo of Puff kissing on her cheek on social media. Somebody please give this girl some attention. Miami
Get this bitch.
Notice me, please, B. Go sit down. We see you. Relax. It's okay. You've been around, just around for years. You've been waiting on this moment. If he can't make you famous, girl, I am. But what did you think about Young Miami and Diddy's relationship during the BET Awards? Do you think she was doing too much with the Go Poppy sign? Do you think Diddy should have shouted out Cassie? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there, right? And that minute and a half video. Now, let's address a couple things, okay? First of all, let's talk about Caresha and Cassie, right? Was Cassie beginning to get jealous of Caresha around that time, the BET award time? Because at that time, he was living his best life. You know, he got key to the city. He got his publishing deals back. He was getting a whole bunch of I think the liquor thing, that's what kind of pissed people off. But he was going through some great high times. And he was getting like everything he touched was turning into platinum. Okay, so then he thanks everybody. But then there's one speech that he has, he actually shouts out Cassie, but almost in a way of like a dig, point, dig. And then you got Miss Caresha, her poppy sign, you know, they're out here flat, looking flawless, honey. I'm sorry, they slayed everywhere they went, and she slayed. Y'all can call her ghetto, y'all can call her baby mama, I don't care. That girl was slayed every time. And Diddy did a lot of stuff for her in less than 15 years. A lot of stuff. So would that cause you to be jealous of the other woman? Now, we know a woman scorned. There's nothing worse than seeing the next bitch. You take her to the next level, and then I'm still down here. And then you elevate the next one. That right there is not going to do well with the woman sitting back. Is she over here counting pennies, penny pinching with her husband? And, you know, I think that is when Diddy's problems really started, okay? Now, there was a time where Alex said, we know that they met. He was the trainer. People think, well, how the heck do people go with the trainers? People go with the chefs. People go with the help, the nannies, the maids, whatever. Well, see, they're in close proximity of these people. You know, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He had a baby by the maid. Look at Tiger Woods. He married the nanny. You know, these people are very close in these people's lives. So whoever you bring into your life, you need to be mindful. So he got her a trainer, and she was going through all that stuff, and this guy was like basically saving her. So she went through a lot of shit for a lot of years. So, but Caresha never said anything. She was always happy. And that's not how always Cassie looked. There was times people were like looking at her demise now, how she started off, and now she started to look and sound over the years. So now people are like, okay, let's go back and see. Why is all this even happening? Okay, yeah, we know he sued about the liquor stuff. I think it was Ciroc. He wanted to own the name or something. He didn't know he was a glorified, influencer. And they say he pissed off some higher up people. Now that very well could be true. Because we know there's folks above him and Jay-Z and Beyonce. There's folks above them who are even richer that we don't see. They're just the eye candy. You know, like the eye candy. But Cassie wouldn't have done all that for the guy who worked at the Chevron. She wouldn't have stayed. And people always ask these women, would you stay with Diddy if you were doing all that stuff? With the expectation of getting a show, a career, $500,000 a month stipend, a life of luxury for the rest of your life. Now, you know you done more for Jubilee over here at Target. You know you have a kid with somebody who don't even pay his child support. So I understand where she's coming from. Right now the question is, in the beginning, was she a little bit jealous? Because all these years it was going on. No complaints, no suing, no nothing. Then she threatened to sue around this time, we started flaunting Caresha around because the Met Gala and all that, he only took a few people. Kim Porter, Cassie, and Young Miami. And Young Miami is really not his typical type. He normally has models. Look at the mother of his kids. They look like models. I mean, he likes tall, kind of slim-like. And Miami's, she's more of a home girl, And Cassie, she's a gorgeous girl. I mean, she is a 10. I'm sorry. Not up here, but aesthetically, she is a 10. I'm sorry. That girl's gorgeous. But it seems like she didn't like the fact of seeing somebody do better than her who didn't seem to be going through what she went through for a numerous amount of years, right? So her talent was also, like, people say, Young Miami can't rap. Can she rap? Hey, yo. I mean, I like JT better, but I don't really follow them like that. But people say she can't rap. Now, she looks good fixed up. Everybody looks better fixed up. Some people. So now people were challenging Cassie about her singing. So we have a video here, because I'm going to try to prove this point or not, if we think Cassie started this whole tornado storm, this whole mess, because of jealousy, her and her husband. Because now she's on her third baby. Now, they were living with her parents a little while ago. Listen up. Now, Cassie reveals why she was in these things anyway. She said she did it because she felt she needed to do it, because she loved him, and she did not want to make him upset with her. Now, I'm going to pause there and read the definition of sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is the heart of the charges against Diddy. Legally, sex trafficking involves using force, fraud, coercion to compel someone into sexual activities in exchange for money or other benefits. In this case, prosecutors accused Diddy of using his power and influence to control women and force them into sexual situations. All right, now, how many women are in with men that allow them to use them for sexual situations and give them gifts? Does that make them sex traffickers? I'm not taking his side. I'm trying to make a point as a podcaster. I have to give the news. So I'm not taking sides either way. Of course, I don't agree with nobody should be getting sexually abused or nothing like that. But I'm asking the question, Craig, somebody in the comments, because I'm going to keep talking about this in this manner because I'm not getting in a rebuttal back. But seriously, that is what they're saying. People are saying, well, you can't be arrested for being a freak. He didn't make you with a gun stay there and, because she had UTIs, had sores in the mouth from all these random partners, Speaking of that, isn't that ironic how someone has that kind of, when they're doing all that, like risky lifestyle, and don't even have HIV or something like that? I mean, that's like a blessing. They didn't even mention that, but anyway, I digress. But, because he didn't like using condoms. So, the thing is, but don't a lot of women, there's a girl suing Future, Barbie doll, baby doll, or whatever, because she felt that some sexual something for money, So what makes him any different than Hugh Hefner? That's the question. Hugh Hefner had, the Playboy Mansion parties for decades. Is that not sex trafficking? His were televised on TV. He had a TV show about it. So what makes his so different than Hugh Hefner? I'm not going to put race into it. I'm just saying that's the best example that I could think of that was being supported that was very similar. I know they're bringing in the abuse charges and stuff like that, but they show a lot of video of her standing around like she wasn't handcuffed, is what we're saying. She wasn't handcuffed. Like somebody who was taken, like kidnapped. She wasn't taken like that. Let's just be clear. She did it for the what? Let's be clear. Why was Cassie with Diddy? Why was Cassie with Diddy? Because we know he ain't all that cute. We know that. He looked funny. He just rich. He's a millionaire. He was almost a billionaire before all this happened. I mean, I would date Diddy. Diddy, I know you're in prison right now, but you got these issues, but I can see why these women would date you, because you were savoir faire. You were, you know, probably a little sexy, whatever. But and the money. She saw a future, her life being built through him. And she said, you know what? I'm going to suck this up, literally. Suck this up, and I'm going to get what I need out of it. Now, I do think it's weird, of all the things that they did, that she never got pregnant. Well, I found out around this time, she did get pregnant. But guess what? Before this big old lawsuit happened, she wanted to keep the baby. Because she was in love with the man. You know, I can see why. When someone gives you really nice things, it's hard to like hate somebody like that, but he was an abuser. So her now husband talked her into getting rid of it, telling her it's probably best that we have nothing to do with Diddy in our lives. So he ended up having the baby no longer here. So now they're on the third child. That's in the past, but you would think she would have like Kim Porter, like 4 or 5 kids with this man. 15 years or 13 years for somebody? You don't get pregnant once? But, you know, but again, the money. Okay, but again, to think about it, as we're watching this trial, to use force, fraud, or coercion, in my mind, I think of people who are like kidnapped and you can't leave this room because you are handcuffed to the bed. I have a gun to your head, knife to your head. She wasn't in that position. Some of that she chose to stay. She could have left any time. I mean, she would be able to have a hard time, but the hardest time she was having was what? When she did finally leave, her and that husband of hers was struggle busting. Struggling. Living with her parents. Struggling. With the first baby. There was no more Diddy money. Why am I thinking, why did she stack her money? She didn't get no house out the deal. She didn't get nothing. I mean, good Lord. That's why I'm thinking she was jealous of Caresha. Caresha got a whole lot of shit out of him in 2 years. And she didn't mind. She didn't mind telling it either. Pee on me, Diddy. Pee on me. I take it. She didn't mind putting it out there. She didn't mind. But, you know, Cassie didn't quite see it the same. But Caresha knew her place, technically. And she knew what she was there for. And when she married him, absolutely. Absolutely. She said she would have. And had kids to secure the bag. Alright, so the next video we have here is showing her live performance. Now this is where he starts to get, I think, like, I'm going to destroy this girl. I gave her a chance. And you do this? Girl. Lord, have mercy. Now, Cassie, damn it, girl. Damn it, Cassie. There was an interview that I saw that they did, well, he did all the talking, but they were sitting together, and he was saying, with the hat cocked to the side, well, you know, Cassie had a really whack performance. It really wasn't up to Big Daddy, Bad Boy standards. You know, it's almost like that what he knew she was not it, talent-wise. So he knew I can do what I want with her because she ain't got no real talent. Like, there was no Beyonce. I guess Beyonce was like just now, 06. You know, Beyonce was was like 19 years old. So it was like her, Beyonce, Anne-Marie, you know, and that Sierra, I think, was in that genre kind of a thing. You know, but I think that, you know, she would have gave Sierra for her money and Beyonce and Anne-Marie, but Beyonce just knocked them all like a bowling ball pin. Woof. So, no, there was no competing with Beyonce, but Beyonce wasn't Beyonce back then. But I'm saying she was coming. She was, you know. But to that performance right there, in this interview, he was annihilating her, and she's sitting there just like smiling, like she didn't say a word, but he's like, yeah, she did really bad. She sang horribly. It wasn't up to my company standards, but hey, you know, she's not really that talented. Like, he's saying all things in the interview. She's just sitting there like, you know, embarrassing her. So to me, that let me know, or let me think in the interview, that he realized, I got her. She ain't got nothing else. Because when she put it on the spot to perform, that what you get? You could be beautiful all day long. Like Beyonce, her work ethic, that girl stand on business. Beyonce will work her ass off. Beyonce got talent. She sings, she acts, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. What she can't stand is talking to y'all. Her voice is deep like mine. People say she sounds like a man, like me. So, I mean, I don't blame her for that. She's like, I ain't got to talk to y'all. Bump y'all. You know what I'm saying? People who on radio, I'm giving the finger right now. She's saying, I ain't got to talk to y'all. I'm Beyonce. I can just go talk to my child. Go talk to Blue and Rumi. You know, but seriously, that performance right there. But then the other rumor is, with my research, it said that Diddy paid the audio guys in the back to sabotage it, so she would sound like garbage. So then she would be like thinking like, damn, I really do suck. I really need him now. I can't go nowhere now. Because she came in with another producer when she met Diddy. I think with that song. I forgot his name. That guy is already busted, disgusted, probably homeless by now. But she upgraded and cheated on that guy and got with Diddy. I think his name was something Leslie. Ryan Leslie, I think, was the producer back then. He wasn't a big one, but he still bought her the Bad Boy. But she upgraded. And I think, honestly, unfortunately, if you're in that kind of situation, most women would. If you're at a job, would you want to date the CEO or the janitor? The vice president or the cook? The driver or the owner of the company? I mean, let's be clear. So, I think he knew then, I got her. I can say what I want to say and do what I want. She ain't going nowhere. And she was like 19 years old at the time. And she didn't seem to have the brightest upstairs. Because for her to sit there and let somebody talk to her like that on national television, I felt so bad for her. Because she's a gorgeous girl. People saying, why did she go the modeling route? Because her voice was kind of... I got a video showing her singing a cappella for like a minute. And she sound like... she sounds better than me. Because I'm not a singer. But she is professing to be a singer. Like, I think Anne-Marie, remember her, Anne-Marie? She's a singer. But she got blackballed because it couldn't be her and Beyonce. So they got rid of her and Beyonce came along. So this girl couldn't even compete with those two. I mean, or even Maya. Even Maya. So I think that maybe it's a self-esteem issue, broken. I don't know. It's fascinating because she's a gorgeous girl. This girl has looks. The girl's gorgeous. I'm sorry. I don't know. She's gorgeous. She could be a bikini model or anything. But she went that route and she got with the wrong guy. Kim Porter wasn't a singer. his baby mamas, they were not entertainers like that. You know, they were models and stuff, but they weren't trying to get in the singing music business. He used that over her head for so long. She kept seeing like that carrot, the end of the rainbow. My life being, in her mind, the next Beyonce. Well, if there's no Beyonce, the next Janet Jackson or whatever. I mean, if you're sleeping with P. Diddy, it makes sense. Okay, so I mean, I can see why, that which goes back to, again, my point of today's show is, was Caresha like kind of throwing it in her face, and was she jealous of Caresha, Young Miami? Was she jealous? Craig, are you not into this gossipy stuff today? I'm not getting any comments from Craig. Not even any smart aleck comments. Let me fix mine. All right, so look. No, what, Craig? You don't like this gossipy stuff? It's too girly. I thought you just supported your girl. No? Okay. Okay, so now I want you guys to let me know. Cause I'm sure y'all was some Cassie fans. But I think a lot of folks liked her because she was pretty. Pretty brings people to you, but then talent will make them stick with you. So let's listen to this. On a little interview she was doing, she was singing the same song a cappella.
Been waiting so long, I'm here to answer your call. I know that I shouldn't have had you waiting at all.
Okay.
I've been so busy, but I've been thinking about what I wanna do with you.
Oh, girl.
I know them other guys, they've been talking about the way I do what I do. They heard I was good, they wanna see if it's true. They know you're the one I wanna give it to. I can see you want me to. Now it's me and me. It's me and me.
Okay. And then it goes, okay, see, now the thing is, this is why my girl, my cousin, my sister, you see it, Beyonce got Sasha Fierce to come on stage. When Beyonce, I think behind closed doors, Beyonce is docile like that, with that deep voice like me. We're docile. Like behind closed doors, I don't be around my house just, you know what I'm saying? But in front of the camera, or if I'm taking pictures and stuff, yeah, I'm a little more animated. You know, my wigs and all that stuff and all that. But if I'm around the house, I'm in my chilling. But that right there, I know she was just in a little one-on-one interview. But I can, Diana Ross, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, nobody would have taken that opportunity to whisper their hottest song. I mean, she even looked scared there. I ain't gone, I think about you, and and then she was like, and then, you know, then I read with my research, them swoops that she was having, you know, when she had her bangs and swoops you just saw, because Puffy ass. You know, it's like trying to make somebody fit into a size 2 when they are a size 14. I mean, yeah, but other people also can't sing either and have made it. They say Britney Spears can't sing. They say, well, Ashanti's, you know, she's singing the same song from 1977. Ashanti, but she can sing. But Sierra can sing. She done proved that multiple times, doing tricks while she's dancing and while she's singing. But, you know, but Britney Spears comes to mind. I can't think of off the top of my head who else. But people can still make it without being able to sing. But the thing is, she was around a person who didn't really care about her well-being. He was focused on about his own satisfaction, right? And, you know, and in that time frame, he was with her. He was also with what? J-Lo, and he had kids. He wasn't even faithful. I'm gonna do all this with you to not be faithful. Now, when you want to give me singing lessons, or singing, or stage present lessons, because if this girl's sitting in the chair like this, I must go, but did you satisfy you? That's not stage presence. This is why Beyonce said she did not want Blue Ivy on stage with her until she felt she was mature. She said she seen things when she was younger that she was like, wow. So, but Blue Ivy's very mature for her age. But yeah, so get her some help. He didn't get this girl no dance lessons. Did y'all see the little dance she was doing on stage? No, Diddy know he wrong for that. Diddy know he wrong. I said, if that was Miami, she was like, Diddy, I need some dance lessons. I need you to get my kids a nanny so I can go get my this. I need to get my nails done. I need to get that. I need to get my voice done. I know I talk fast. I need to. Diddy, what? And he would do it. I mean, I could see him doing that for her because, and I think that's where it started from. She probably go back because she said in testimony that she felt, this is sad, suicidal during this time. But I can see why. You over here broke penny pinching, and then, then you come over here and you look and they're over here living the lifestyle that you want. She got a show now. Caresha, please. Isn't that what Cassie wanted? I don't think Caresha even signed to him, but he support her music like she signed to him. Cassie had like albums that are still unpublished under him. As a matter of fact, she said that when she was living with her parents, with her husband, her first baby, she was planning a tour. A tour? Were you planning? A tour? Off of what song? What song? Somebody in the back. What song? She got more than one song, or just that one song? I'm just asking, trying to figure this out. Because she said, go look it up. She said she was planning for a world tour. Well, I said, well, for her defense, Ashanti is still doing tours. Just saying. But Ashanti's also been relevant all these years, and she didn't have that turmoil. Different kind of performer, different look, different genre. But I'm just saying, people keep thinking, why she keep singing the same dumbass song? Because she's still getting that same dumbass money, dummy. Why do you think she keeps singing? I forgot the name of the song now. I think Foolish. I would keep singing the same song. If I could sit back and sing a song for 20 years and get paid every time I sing it and just sing and say the same thing for 20 years, why would you not do that? But I'm just a little confused by the world tour. What world? And then you see Beyonce's tour. You see that kind of concert. You're like that, oh, world tour. So, but then she got this check for 20 mil. That's where Boosie was like, they playing this. They playing this. They said it was in the making the whole time. They said it was in the plan the whole time. Get that big check. She said she canceled her tour after that. You canceled your tour? You had songs? I'm just asking the questions. Alright? Now, so that brings us to kind of like the end of segment 1 about Cassie and Caresha, jealousy. So I guess I want to know if my point was made. Did I make the point of, do we understand, do we see how it could look like there was jealousy there? Because if it was me, really, Craig? What are you trying to say? Yo, this is Diddy. What are you... Let me get some of my water. Let me get some of my water, Craig. I love my guy too, Craig, but he didn't say thank God. Anyway, anywho, I think a little bit of jealousy there. She saw her coming up, and she was like, oh, hell no. I am not going to be sucking all this, and getting all this, and laying on my back, doing all these freakums, and not getting anything out of it, but being broke, and going with the trainer, and now we both broke. Because he ain't work for Diddy now. So it's like, what are we going to do? Then that's people are like beginning to say like she tried to twist his arm to trick him because she took the money and she still testified for the whole week. She told it all. She told it all. She didn't hold nothing back. She wanted y'all to know. If her husband felt so uncomfortable, he had to leave the courtroom. But then his daughters were mocking her. They were in court like laughing at her and blowing her kisses. I was like, Delilah and Jesse, y'all need to stop that. But they were being kind of like mean girls to her and everything. But the fact that she chose to go on the stand as a 8-month pregnant woman to tell all this, she got the $10 million, $20 million from him initially, another $10 million from the hotel. What was it? The St. Regis or whatever. What just happened when she got her ass beat. They settled, and then another set of money that she got. So all the money she's got did not come from any albums, any record sales, or any TV show. It came from Diddy. So you would think in the course of their relationship, 13, 14 years, they should have been living like that anyway. Forget an album. Let me just be set up right. Yeah, I love singing, but guess what? If I get enough money, I'm gonna buy me an album. I'll go buy me an album to make. I'll go sit back in my house, in my home studio, and hum, many hum, 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 many hum, 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 many hum, hum, hum. I should have tried singing. I got the look, you know what I'm saying? I should have definitely tried singing, but I'm a little up in age now, so. But no, but seriously, I mean, when you're with someone of that magnitude, aren't you supposed to like gain? I mean, he was never faithful to nobody. So, I mean, getting imported to J-Lo was already on her mission. She already knew what she was doing. She already had her own thing going. Cassie had nothing going on. That's the women. I hope you're paying attention. If you ever get in the grasp of someone who's that powerful, you need to have your own. Like, that's why I love Beyonce. Beyonce, Jay-Z got money, but she got her own shit. She got her own shit. She came with her own shit. Nigga, you ain't finna put me to the side. Oh, I'm finna be Sasha Fierce. And now we got Beyonce. Now she got a whole daughter coming up behind her, Blue, gonna take over. You know what I'm saying? So have your own. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to get there, but she didn't make it there. She didn't make it there. So that leads me to ask, is it ever okay to be tricking or slutting? Is it ever okay? Let's see the next video. Let's ask that question. Is it ever okay to be tricking or slutting?
So hoe, I didn't know hoe a low blow hoe, because then you got to go hoe, and then you got to put it with your hoes. But some of them became beside they self hoes. You done let them in and made them feel too comfortable. Now they feel like they open door hoes, and that's a no hoe. You know what I'm saying? You have to remind them that they side hoes, that they know holiday hoes, that they don't call me when I'm with my family hoes, and that they are, you saw me post my wife on Instagram hoes type of hoes. You know what I'm saying? They got to be stay in their lane type of hoes. Where them hoes at? Them professional hoes. Them about their business hoes. Them get their life bill paid hoes. Them days are gone with them type of hoes. We got to return to that type of hoism if you gonna be a hoe. Because let me tell you something. Don't touch the hoe, because then they're receipt hoes. Some of these is clout chasing hoes, and they don't understand these days that when you're that type of hoe, you's a no-mo hoe.
Boom. She said Tammy Roman is hilarious. She said it all in 56 seconds. Yes, she said it. Again, these men, no matter how much money they have, they're going to want to have some type of companionship. They're going to sleep with somebody. If I was a man like that, I would go find me somebody, one person to be faithful, like, you know, like Barack Obama, like that, or, you know, Russell Wilson. But again, I'll be one in a gazillion. But men that powerful find it probably irresistible to turn a lot of women down, and they just can't. They just have to, they're insatiable women just grabbing, just throwing themselves at them. It was fascinating to me to interview people like that. But was Cassie considered a hoe? Was Caresha a hoe? Were they slutting? Was they hoeing? Was they girlfriending? Were they being sex trafficked? Use of power, influence to control them for the use of force for sexual favors and situations? I mean, what's the difference? So if a woman goes, let's say a girl works at a strip club and a guy throw her $100, is is that a whole tricking sudden she's sex trafficking? I mean, what's the difference? What I'm saying between a top hoe and a bottom hoe? Well, the thing is, I really don't even know. A top hoe, I assume, would be like Caresha. I'm gonna go ahead and I should like Caresha, Cassie. They were like the top hoes. Although he didn't have Caresha do all those things. Why do you have Cass do all that shit? And the thing is, Caresha would have, and not been shamed. We got 2 kids and wouldn't have even cared. But I think the bottom hoe, that girl like that Asian girl that he was kissing on with the Gucci bathing suit, that's the bottom hoe. Like she's thirsty. She's like this, like I fucked Diddy. I did. But no one even cares. She's like low. Like he's not even acknowledging her. That's when you know you a bottom hoe. When that man ain't even acknowledging you at all. I mean, he was claiming Cassie, claiming Young Miami, claiming Kim Porter, claiming J-Lo. So those are kind of like the top, his women. Although he wasn't faithful to nobody, but we knew who they were. They were going to the Met Gala, for God's sakes. You don't go to the Met Gala with a side hoe or a bottom hoe. I'm sorry, you just don't. Because that's a whole image. That's a whole image. Because you're going to eat at something like that. I mean, when I look at the old videos, Cassie ate. She ate. But her demeanor was so much more quiet than like Caresha. Kim Porter was quiet too. In front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? But Caresha, she like that. You know what I'm saying? So, nothing wrong with that. But I do think that the women had the hierarchy. And they knew where they stood. And Cassie probably didn't understand, well, why does this girl get all this, but I did all this other shit? And this other guy calls it a starter wife. Oh, he wasn't his wife, but call it a starter wife. So now, when your starter wife decides to leave, this is how you look. This is what Future's saying. Let's see the next video. If she ever gets a brain, this is how you look when it happens. If a girl goes, I'm leaving for good, he don't really care. When you lose your hoe, that's being like manipulated. Because when Alex got in her head, P. Diddy knew once Alex got in her head, she wasn't coming back. Because when they first broke up a couple times, she was still sleeping with Diddy while still dating Alex. He said he raped her. And he came inside of her. Oh my God. In the testimony, she said that. So she was still dating other people, other guys, but still on the side seeing Diddy. But they were broken up. They were going to go meet for dinner to finalize everything or to get closure. Then they ended up he ended up raping her. But then after the rape, it ended up being just sex every once in a while. But she's dating Alex Fine over here. It don't make any sense. It's confusing. Like, were you trafficked or not, girl? That's what we're saying. But they say she won because she got him to pay up and she testified. So she got that. She deserved the money. The girl did a lot. She went through a lot. So she can forget about the singing. Maybe one of her little girls would be singing. Oh, side note. Her first daughter's name is Frankie. And the name he would use for these aliases for his medications, his hotel stays was Frank Black. And she named her first baby Frankie. Think about that. Love. Now, people saying because she was in love with Diddy, Frankie, that's ironic. But then someone said that's Alex's grandmother's middle name. That probably makes more sense, honestly. Because I don't think any man would allow you to name your child a man that did all this stuff to you, your ex. So, I'm just saying, I'm just giving you some points to ponder on. I mean, think about it. That was you. How would you feel? You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go to the other video, this last video. All right, then I'm going to plug in my show. You make sure you guys support my show. Okay. This next video. Let's look at Cassie. Oh no, this is oh yeah, the downfall. Somebody agrees with me. He's right on it.
He's on his what they call victory lap. Just got celebrated from MTV, just like New York City. Changed the shit to love. For doing so good, he gave the people in publishing back, doing everything he created to change his reputation. But it was one thing that I think the thing that brought him down was Caresha.
What do you mean?
Nigga, hey bro, don't nobody piss your ex bitch off more than you turning up the next bitch.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
He gave it Caresha. He gave her a show. He gave her a deal. She's performing. She ain't signed yet. Nigga showing to her shows like this, his artist, like supporting him. And if you Cassie, you looking like, nigga, I spent 13 years with
Right.
you, begging you to give me that.
Right.
And you give it to this bitch.
Right.
And now you making me paint a picture. Now I'm gonna see your ass.
Boom.
That's what a woman would do. Like, this nigga, dog, you turned up. That's why it's very dangerous. By the way, he did right by Caresha. That's what he's supposed to do. But now, Cassie is like, what about me? And all the shit I ain't doing. Dog, that's why they got to turn called the starter wife. The starter wife always goes through the bullshit first. The starter wife always goes through that. When Puff was in his dark stage, he was with Cassie. Now he's in his love era, he with Caresha. Caresha got a way different experience than Cassie. Who you think that pissed off more than anybody? The bitch that didn't get him.
That right there is my whole point. It's my whole point. Y'all must be afraid of getting I got should my words be censored or not? X'd out. Because I didn't get any comments today. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird, but it's okay. But I can talk for days to myself in this camera. We know this, right? So, now, that point he said, I agree with. Now, Diddy's always been a flashy person. Okay, so he's never going to dim his shine for nobody. I mean, honestly, I would love to have a man like that that's just flashy. I've had men like that before, and it's great. He never was competing with her. He always knew you had this shit going on. Best in the room, yada, yada, yada. But it came with a price. Now, and he probably did it on purpose to piss her off. Because now, bitch, you took my money. And you gonna sit her still tell my business. You're still gonna go to court. And then you're gonna still talk about me and tell after I gave you the money? Okay, so now I gotta make you look stupid. So yeah, because she does look dumb going from this guy to this guy. And then they're over here struggling. And then, you know, and he over here like got away with it. Off in the sunset. With his lovely girl, Young Miami. They over here at the Met Gala. He bowing down to her and everything. She didn't like that. She didn't like that. And I know women would like that. I can't relate to that. You know, when I was engaged, I got engaged in Europe. You know, so I got you know, engaged in Europe and in Italy. And then traveled from Italy to Switzerland. You know, I'm pretty sure the first country wife didn't like that. We're not together now anymore. It doesn't matter. It's lame-o. But at the time, pretty sure, because a lot of his friends would tell me that. Liz, how do you think that probably made people feel? Because, you know, I'm like, I don't really give a shit. But as a woman, I understand what this guy was trying to say. That's all I'm saying. All right? So that's all I got. That's all I got. The point is, she was jealous, and she went for it, and she got it. Now she's a millionaire. Now her kids, her husband. Now the question now is her husband gonna leave her? Everybody's saying now. You know, they say upstairs, she ain't got it all. She's not the smartest up here. They say this is all his plan. Okay, but y'all, also, don't forget, the redpodcast@gmail.com. Email me if you have. Y'all haven't forget, because I haven't gotten any motion on this, okay? Unless I go into my spam. Don't forget, we got the Red Room, Glam Room, Confessionals. This is the Glam Room, y'all. Right here. All right, you have a juicy, deep, dark secret, a deep sexual problem, something about your relationships you want to just get off your chest. I'm your girl, Miss Red. Tell me the story. I'd be happy to share it on my show. You can be faceless. We do not need to see your face. Either you can be virtual like this with your face blacked out, or face another way. Again, it's confessionals. It's secrecy. You know, maybe telling someone else's secret, your secret, maybe something you did. You don't want everybody to know, but you want people to know. Wink, wink. Does that make sense? So we want to make it be kind of like Jerry Springerish, but confessing of a sin, or confessing something you did bad. You don't want really people to know, but I want you to know. But I don't want to show my face about it, but I want to tell you what happened. Come on, let's make it funny. There's a whole bunch of people in here, and they ain't typing English. Well, what they saying? They ain't nobody saying nothing. Cause you know what? As the day I went on live, I had so many people from other countries. I gotta move. I gotta move countries then, because clearly they think I'm Beyonce over there, honey. So I need to pack up my shit then. I mean, yeah, you're right. I get my number at the end of the night from my producer, the owner of the studio, and we're like, oh, good job. But then you know, comments. I'm like, what the heck? Y'all ain't saying nothing, but it's okay. It's not okay. Y'all gonna have to start. I'm telling you. Just tell us this deep dark. I won't put you out. Don't listen to Craig. Craig has just been silly. I would never jeopardize your privacy. But wait, I need to get this off the road, because y'all, if I leave this platform, go to another platform, take off the word hoe. Take off, Craig. He said you are definitely a top hoe in their language. Promise. I looked up a few words. What language is this? You know what, Craig? Oh man, you are funny, Craig. On that note, Craig, let me see. What else I need to say? Okay, so the glam room confessions. So you know what I'm saying? You will come in here. You can, or you ain't gonna be faceless. You want to expose somebody, because you know I'm gonna bring some DL people on here, y'all. That's gonna be exposed. These men on the DL. Aren't y'all tired of these men being on the DL? Or cheat is one thing. South African, ain't no way I'm doing that closet stuff. Ain't no closet stuff. You can tell somebody. Tell somebody. So my thing is, you can come on here, tell on somebody, shut their ass up. I can tell the story. You ain't gotta say nothing, or just you can write it in. You ain't gotta be on. You can write it in. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a Dear Abby kind of a thing. But okay, take off the top hoe. I'm gonna tell on you. What? Trust me. Go ahead. Tell it. Oh, girl. Well, on that note, I guess any other last comments for Miss Red tonight? Craig, anything else you want to add? Because I got some good, juicy stuff coming, but I need some more interaction. If I bring some more guests on here, I need to get people who want to talk to them. I mean, we're going to have a great conversation, but I want to get people to have conversations with both of us. Now, if you are a business, you need to advertise. You need to, please contact me at theredpodcast@gmail.com. All right? If you are a business and you need to advertise, I am the show you want to advertise on. I get great numbers all over the world. All over the world. On that note, I'm going to take myself and pack up my stuff and get going. Y'all have a good night. Peace.